Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? I don't want to talk about that. Man, I was hoping she'd catch a break. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some mastermind evildoer. And I don't know where she is. A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay? Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me, too. Now I see why.
Again, not a lie as far as you can tell.
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Died. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of the police investigation.
Just that I know people are not bad persons, but they can do like illegal things. Let's just say it like that. Which is kind of sad, you know. It's kind of sad.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you. She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her. I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind. The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her. Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her.
He's right. There are other options. Wait, this guy says they're friends. Then, acquaintances. And he's okay with others ratting her out. Push Tommy and it will break his heart. And his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
Call me, huh? But before that, let me ask you. Let me ask these questions. I mean, the mind is like telling me this, and I'm like, yep, I'm curious too. I'm convinced that. So you're right. You are either letting her out. You just don't want your hand dirty. Is that what you want?
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too. Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes, too.
So we got the option here. We definitely got others like options. I mean, other way to buy her. And
Looking for something?
I kind of want to help the ladies.
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorryman and Carter's Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
42%.
Men like this
Let's go.
only respect two things: strength and fear.
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
Push.
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I'm gonna screw you for the rest of my life, you understand? I'm gonna put you in a cell with a giant chip. You're gonna be bleeding cryptic. You hear me? I've been to your screwing around, know where it is, point to it. I'm gonna bleed out, you hear me? Let's try this.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the
A small temple by the monument. Green.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Right to work! Right to... Things are busy enough. You got...
The hulking man oozes stop. This green found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the...
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of the seat and two steering levers. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm, dusty too. The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside. This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Do I have the pry bar? Do have the pry bar though. And this one has 28% only. Is that a bulletproof mirror or something? What the hell? Is it gonna give that a big smash? How hard could that be?
This screen found
I mean, I
A
never
to Z
smash a
contemporary
car window
is
myself.
parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead.
But
It's
then,
seen better days.
28%. My bad. I'm just shocked how low is the percentage to like do this. And yeah, I shouldn't get my hope up. I just say.
Pry bar in hand, you take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass.
No, it's not shatterproof. Give me that.
He smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in.
It went better than I expected.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper. It's an issue of Periphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its page. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin. The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps. And gentle tragedy. This is Tip Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death. She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too. The actresses and the rear actor all smile. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
No, that's on 78.9. What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that. Doesn't look like it.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty... You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver.
Hammer. Just two, I guess.
But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. You close the rusty...
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce? All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade. Yes, well...
Unimportant.
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Everard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
In short, this is a future angle. Possibly a good one.
We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Debrief over.
The woman is still hunched over.
Huh? What is it?
A lorry stuck in the traffic. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with person.
Right to work! Right!
I guess getting past the man ain't that simple.
Looking for some...
What kind of information I want to give her? But I guess I'm gonna do as Kim say, right? Give her some information, but not all information.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth stay to the bat stay on this. I hope...
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? It doesn't really matter, and I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like... In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours. Exactly. But what?
How should I approach this though? The point is, I don't know what option do I have, like, after I choose this, right? So we do want to share some information and want to hide some information. There will be any limitations. I hope that one of these, I am worried I'm worried that one of these, like, options that is gonna lock us, like, to share some information, hide some information. I don't go for 3, so yeah, we go for 3. I hope that it lets us, like, skip some information. Gotta pretend I'm stupid, right?
Ah, good to hear. I wouldn't want to pry into a confidential police matter, but in the event you'd like to share more, I would like to know who it was.
Be very careful what information you're gonna share with her.
Yep. Okay, that's it. We need to choose the spy option. It's a she, by the way. Soon the architecture versions go missing and number of is needed stated. This is too much. I only saw it once radio station with a lot of stations there. This I cannot share this. Cannot. It's possible that a UN connections to La Budama 3. I mean, it probably doesn't mean anything. Right? What else? I guess. This one is dangerous too. This one is super dangerous. This one is super dangerous. 1, 2. I mean 1, 3. Fishing village. I think we got 1 though, because she is disguised. She disguises herself as she disguises herself a lot, right? So, but she is pretty important information. So, let's go with this.
Clever. Few suspect a woman in this sort of skullduggery. Good move on their part. That speaks of the vastness and sophistication of the operation. Were you able to examine the radio? Sensible for her to disable access to such essential information. That speaks of the vastness and sophistication of the operation. Sensible for her to disable access to such essential... What is La Puta Madre? Frighten me? I'm not frightened easily, but I understand some things are best for the police to keep to themselves. What is La Puta Madre? Well, he sounds very dangerous. I urge you to take care, officer. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you. Not with what's coming. I appreciate you placing your trust in me. Thank you again for looking into this matter. You have my gratitude, and the gratitude of Wild Pines Group. Now, per our original agreement, it's time for me to share company secrets with you. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenel contractors carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Is that not good?
It was the Union who strung him from that tree. My hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before Crenel indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's 2nd largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath. Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation. Yes, I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible...
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page. As grim as it may be, not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Down a deep, black well.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding for...
Meaning they're used to operate.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors. Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands. Countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, if you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is charged with coordinating law enforcement activities in complex multinational investigations. Their database is the single largest source of
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell. I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
1 second.
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it...
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk. Maybe on narcotics, too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him. That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the Colonel's
Rumor
remaining
come in for a reason, you know.
colleagues believe.
You'll meet her soon enough, you feel.
If you mean did I see him alive, yes. But I did not know him. Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. One is a man, Corty, they call him, a nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color? The deceased.
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
That's all right, man.
He was 40 or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was Occidental, I think. Light brown hair. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. If you... Lely. He was 40.
Indeed.
In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
I mean, we all know there's only one girl on the what's the thing called? Balcony, rooftop. The girl who is smoking. I think he is yep, the first girl that we met when we came up the room. I think she told us she worked as a prostitute, right? Which I think is I mean, she doesn't look like one of them, but she is my suspect now. I have to find a way to talk to her to save the world. Okay, continue. You guys may be able, but I always keep this in the bit.
It would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel. I hope I can answer it better. Until the executions start. Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
It's a matter of days, not weeks. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask. Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photos.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent. Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map the sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
Nowhere, there's no soul.
I would say he's near the Arcade Islands by now, ready to exit the Insul Indian and enter the Pale, if I've read his home address correctly. Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Preto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart.
The old world passing by. And the
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning. His platoon members? The other contractors, though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man...
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere.
I mean, I feel I can ask the peoples. Wait, I might have like ideas. There's the old man and the missing guy and like the scientist in the house that have a statue, has statue. That's the two people if I gonna ask right. So yeah, not gonna. Yeah, I feel like they would know.
I am relieved you think so. I don't think to... Is there anything else I can help you with? This reality?
Yes, reality and experimental side case.
Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all...
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I...
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
We're in Martinez, baby. A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed. Aren't we all? Martinez is a district. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. forgotten even. It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of... Yes.
Known to the early Rivisholians, vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
I'm not a good ambassador. This place used to be a province. A workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets. Caillou. Imagine a pebble. A smooth dough.
It is clear this peb and to humanity at large.
Revachol? Revachol, the great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory. Beyond
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Oh my god, this is something I already pictured in my mind, so I'm not gonna like fast forward this. I'm not gonna remember this, so I'm not gonna know when. I'm not gonna remember
They
this.
say it's where the terrible, by that I mean, we are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is. I think it's fair to say so.
a collection of tall ghosts behind the water vapor.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the
I'm
world
doing this
building.
because of the EXP.
The
right?
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light, there is no recognition. Only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it. She observes your eyes scanning the horizon. This is one thought you need to
Was there something else you want?
This has been informative. Might I suggest not asking?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
That is understandable, but perhaps it's better.
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
A strange coldness. It's on the tip of your tongue. A doubt of 6 kilometers southwest in the Valley of Dogs. Junior officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at to his left. His partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "Yes, he lost his mind," Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. "We always do."
You? You're an officer of the RC Preciso Mundo. Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, detective.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia.
RCM.
He's being sarcastic.
We are.
Yes, that means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin. The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the emergence.
All three are good to know when we are out policing.
There's nothing basic about your role, detective. Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of... The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government. Revachol in the 20s. They called it the international zone.
That's somewhat of an Revacholians get to keep the peace in Revachol.
Yes, Lieutenant.
EXP.
Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are, to me, is the police. The only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol. And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality,
Oh no, I
glad to have
cannot.
been of assistance. The little that I know.
Reality questions. I'm not the dude is back yet. Just a minute. How come there's like two door up there? Oh, this is the door to like. Okay, never mind. You home, brother? No, no one home. Screw here, it's in here. It's not. Screw is not here anymore. Oh. Alcohol.
Trying to sneak up.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Should go here. I actually don't know, like, this is good at all. Suggestions. Maybe it's good. But for some reason I can't go here. What else you have? Nationalist, Ace High, and Pedantry, and I'm very useful at all. Cool Blood. Race. Nations. Food. Intense woke up. Encyclopedia -2. It's only for like 40 minutes though. But this is strong though. I want to do this. Yeah, so try this. I hope I don't need to like forget it. Whatever it came up. Thank you. Okay, wait, what are you doing now? I'm not entirely sure. So. Hey, officer, got a minute? Yes?
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble? It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her? Damn. I always wonder to watch yourself. Man, Maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can. Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahom.
Tommy Lahoma. Tommy Lahom.
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
It's more him. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown and gold. It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest. Down.
Excuse me? Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know? I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home. Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much, on another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows. What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me.
I can feel that. I did this a lot.
What about you, Cop Man? You missing someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. But, thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone, and I know it wasn't easy to ask. I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
Wait, there's something
We
here,
success.
stored away in some dusty corner.
We did.
It starts like,
It's pretty lucky. A mirror temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa! What else? Silent communion. That's good. Dang, that's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
did you?
No.
No matter. Great verse is like that sometimes. Ephemeral. You might not look it. Seems you have some literary chops. Maybe there's hope for me yet. Just messing with you. It's cool. You're an okay guy. For a cop. They're more often in the fists than rhymes, see? Let alone honesty and verse.
In a small office behind the old military hospital, hunched under the green glow of his desk light, Officer Hans Blau browses through a test print of his Futurist magazine. It's called The Futurist. The typeface on the header is too small.
1 second. Let me feel my snow leg first. Futurist. Let's try our best. I'm doing what little I can do right by papers. No, Jung man. Screw the police.
Well, you've given me some hope, I guess.
Back is. Ooh. Okay, all done. Wait. How many skill points do I have? I thought I have like one more skill point, then I'm check here and then apparently I have one more skill point. Art. No, I don't care. Anderson Cop Cultures. Empathy. I don't feel like this is bad though, but endurance. Hand-eye coordinations. Ready Empire. Perceptions. This are the three things that I want to get. I mean, is there anything I want? Stick under their nose. Being sneaky. Mastermind, pick lock and pocket. Keep my poker, please. Logic. School logic. In logic, I don't know though. Threaten papers. What's the difference between these two though, I wonder? They both can like take hits. Take the blow, don't let the war kill you. Shock out the pain, they will hurt you more. I mean, in the end, it's just tell you can take more hit. Okay, anything else I want? I feel this is really useful though, so yeah, I'm gonna go on this. Or do we get one more of this? The race nationhood race. And if I want this, what else? What do I want? Robocop is still like 30% sweet. Oh, I think I cancel this. Never mind. If I want to get, I'm probably want to get this right, and it take time to like to just search. Yeah, we do this. I think that's it, right? I don't have more skill point.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words.
Do I go take another hit? Or do I go pay first?
Everything's still cool here, officer. Me? It's a boring story of it. Very.
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the seagull.
The apricot.
No. Speaking of.
Okay, let's not. Oh, okay. I need to ask the. Maybe she knows something about like the map.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul,
No?
if he's got principles. Unfortunately, in my top is a...
He doesn't know about the crime.
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties. But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks. Don't you, officer? Really, officer. Match an average woman against an average man in a dark alley and see who comes out on top. Gender equality is a very noble, very modern idea. But in real life, primal roles prevail. But I do not wish to discuss this.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito. The box seems happy.
Okay, I think we have to go in under the basement. I wonder I can like, distract this girl somehow.
Hello again, esteemed officer. Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Truth be told, but you don't learn about the important... The truth is available if you just...
She smiles and nods.
No way,
The
no way.
curtains, tattered with age. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
I heard there's a fish that I need. Continue. So we're gonna go through everything, right?
Everybody suddenly needs something from there. Leave the curtains be. It's what it wants. No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains. Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't...
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
But I sent this first comment for me. I might investigate beyond the attached to the show. Okay.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir. No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here.
Talking is always good. Go see. There is something mysterious about the curtains. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Talking always is good. Okay. As you
Hello
always.
again, esteemed officer, and welcome to... I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books. No! Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the... Take it easy. You've broken her resistance. Pushing her further will gain nothing.
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Wow. Void raves. You have new...
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and...
Didn't that curtain just move?
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements.
What the hell are these like thing? Never heard of this kind of like thing ever. Caco demon. I'm just thinking, is there like thing like this, you know, some boys to like, I mean, some god or demon to like worship to make your business to get better. Maybe there is, you know. But you know, there's a what's the thing called? There's a god that we watched it. It's called 财神爷, right? And the people try to pray for wealth. That pronounced wealth.
Well,
Yeah, wealth from the god, but you know, every time you see a 财神爷 on the it's a wealth god, and on the like restaurant or stuff, I look at the restaurant, there's no people in it. It's like, okay, good luck with that, but I mean, how do I say this? It's just I guess I just don't believe in this kind of thing, you know. The things that like prevent good ghosts from like coming into your house, prevent bad things, bad energy to get into your house by buying a pendant or buying a statue. just want to get in. If they just want to get into your house, they are into your house. If you are more scared, they like you more than any other people's. You know, it's yeah. I watched some like dog chasing the people on the street. What's the thing called? Like videos on social medias. The more you run, the happier the dog is. Feel like maybe the dog is the dog thought you are playing with the dog, but then I don't know. I guess if you believe it, it's good. For people who don't believe it, it's okay too. I had the kind of like desperate moment that, you know, I don't know what to do, and then I pray for God, and does it work? Probably. Am I into like any god now? No. Maybe I shouldn't get into like too much of this thing. Supernaturals. What about supernaturals? Have I have this kind of thing before? I have one or two supernatural thing that happens. So one of them, it happened on me. I couldn't stop laughing for like 2 hours or 3 hours or 1 hour. I didn't know. I mean, I don't know. It was like a long time ago. It's probably like 1.5 hours. I always say around that. I just couldn't stop laughing, and it was I don't know. Maybe this is more a science thing, you know. Like, you know, my parents says it was like the ghost was playing with me. I was like, no, I just couldn't stop laughing. I see no ghost. I was on the cars, was going back home from my uncle's house, and my uncles do have. I mean, my uncle's sons died a long time ago, and they were like talking about it, and things were happening, and my uncles and my auntie was like talking about their sons coming back to their homes. And one of the night that I was staying there, we were sleeping in one room, right? Everyone in the house was sleeping in one room. There's a switch on the lobby, our living room. We were sleeping in the bedroom, right? There was a switch on the living room. Someone opened the switch. The switch led to like outside the house, and I was awake, and I was like, what the hell? I was shocked, and then I was looking at the, like, you know, rooms, and literally every humans that in the house It's inside the bedroom. No one is outside the bedroom, and it's like, what the hell? Who turned on the light outside the house in the living room? Oh, and then what happened next? I was like, okay, maybe it's a lizard, you know. I just went back to sleep. It could be right. Lizards is like pretty common things. Pretty common things in Malaysia, and yeah. Could they? Are they heavy enough to like switch or turn off a button? I'm not sure though. Some of the buttons, I'm not sure my uncle's auntie house, like, now to think about it, I'm not sure the button is like you have to push really hard or you just have to touch it. I mean, if there's the button that you have to touch it, it's like super easy. Not push is really hard, like push harder than the normal one, as I say. Then yeah. That is one of the like supernatural things that happened before. Oh my god! Now they're thinking about it. I'm scared, you know. I'm scared. Okay. Focus on the game. And that's the two supernatural thing that happened to us, happened to me, and which is other than that, I don't know. No.
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was on.
Sounds familiar.
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators.
How about a
They
police?
provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear it's not enough. Oh, this! No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
What the hell?
There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of
Shaman.
people.
My shaman.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A parody. Tell her there's a dead body involved. That will make it easier.
Please don't be a double one. I want to get into this.
Slither
Okay,
up to her,
easy.
you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before. I'm not sure I can trust your claims. Honestly, you look like a bit of a drinker. I'm sorry for being...
The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He's go ahead then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
I go the longest one. I mean, I admit I have my share of drinks, but only because the spectrum is a part of it is taxing. I mean, it's pretty much. Yep.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
I feel like both of these gonna work though, but which one do I want to go? Maybe with the
You're
longest one.
part Simonese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us. If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it? Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, the end, because I sent it presents.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney? Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. What you discover? Probably just office space. And the damn fridge.
Okay, but please, only a few questions.
The woman looks...
Let's go.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Simonese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Simonese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Only an echo. No one is there. A hollowed-out, dark echo. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Okay, maybe you should go first.
Detective, you're the one in charge.
Coach physical instrument. Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How do you know how to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know the name of the city you're in, but it comes loaded with trivia about the correct chin position of a shot put ball. Could it be that? Shut up, namby-pamby. This train of thought ends abruptly. It's leg day. Straighten your rhombus muscle. It's shirts versus skins. Take your shirt off, Namby. Your skins.
It's okay. Can level up our encyclopedia like later. Get it to like positive. And by the way, when we got in there, and then I was like, what the hell? It's like physics and stuff. It's your leg day, and then I see like gym. You see a gym.
What is this place?
Jim to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Sounds good.
Can sell that.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with.
Let's
There
go.
are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar? No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers,
28%.
your bruised knee against the mat,
Feel like
and a whistle.
how much do I need?
Then the feeling is gone.
At least 10, right? At least 10? At least 9?
It's just a memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then. It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Street. Where is supposed to do this?
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns. See? See? This place is cursed.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
Please don't jump scare me. Please. I'm scared already. Production schedule. Radio computer. What is this?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of Welkins, translucent Welkins, with organs shining. Who are all those creatures? You should adopt one of those Welkins as your persona. One of the Welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin.
Ew.
His face, the hull door, the dwarf.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. This looks like some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. But just look at those details.
And for what? All gone. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dry. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in a pinned postcard read. This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left, the handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: call in, tune out, Wirral untethered, and heat death of the The full text reads, heat death of the universe is the new black. Another note says, the biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Because it's a game.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why?
But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time.
On the other hand, it's not the time, not. This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber. It's empty like a beehive. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fire. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this? The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader. Yes. Is that the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the password.
You should ask her for a hint.
No. Still no. Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or...
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you? Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently
thought it's a
using
projector or
has been
something.
registered to.
Communication device.
One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games.
Radio game.
That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
Any other questions? Good. Received.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident is the... Yes, I am alive. I am...
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle.
Doesn't it get lonely? Sitting there all...
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people.
That's why she does...
Now, please tell me if they'll thank you and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. Nothing happens. The filament slides out of it. This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6. Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. You think so? The web is they must have had massive air width. These things don't come cheap. Whoever decides to call a list of names under the stations, all of this is gone. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just... This old Fedike, the whole thing resembles Kadran history classes. Students with their text.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? Yes, that is the question.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
Has anyone done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Königstein.
Not in Revachol.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interisolary game before. We just don't have the technology. Through call-in stations, none of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way rate. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to...
Coordinating so many games would take...
Indeed, those were...
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately.
Yep.
This game is too good.
No idea. They stopped. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but... It's too late for that, I'm afraid. Okay, let's keep moving.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. This must be where the entity... What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens. Still nothing. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now. If this is really an entrance to the chimney, then there must be a furnace somewhere.
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things?
I mean, maybe they will open the door. Yeah, I tried this at once and the old girl's the one to like answer the door, but in the end she answered the door. That's why it's worth a try, but sad.
Why do you think there's something on the other side, necessarily? In any case, there's no way we can get in right now.
Okay, I'm super low right now. I couldn't mess it up. What's that? Postcard. Am I seeing anything? The best eyes are shining with red. Yeah, I'm not gonna interact with the bad
A
ones.
thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other.
It's
Near
probably
the
the
smoke chamber, upstairs.
The grandma we talked to.
The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern.
What are you doing? Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty...
Hello?
You've awakened the entity.
This is pretty sus there.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being...
After you, officer.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want...
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles.
Are these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. Bolt at take it. You're a police...
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable.
He likes this find. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a...
I'm like one hit. I feel like I should do a little save.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads off into the darkness. while the black one seems to be feeding a buzzing little fridge-like thing in the corner.
Don't rip the red one out. You'll awaken the ghosts.
What the hell? Oh, I'm not gonna do that stupid random stuff. Frozen ice cream makers. What can I do with that? Wait, is this spare ice cream maker or something?
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange... The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? This must be the fridge you were told about. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Of course. A giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
That's so freaking cool. Giant ice bear fridge.
Just what we were looking for.
Is that
Let's
a
see
new
what's
thing?
inside.
Fridge. Weird fridge. What the hell am I seeing? Maybe I shouldn't go so much. I mean, how can the developer have like this idea? Beer ice fridge. Let me Google this. Beer fridge. Is it a new thing or what? What the hell is so freaking cool? Look at this. It is. Oh my god, so cool. I want this. What? What? How much is this? Mini fridge. It's cool.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can. Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the bedroom. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done. No, not really. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This story does not live.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
As impressive as the fridge is, this is a small victim. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting. Your arm reaches out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around. They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in. Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something. The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Crawl out, spider. You pick it between your fingers. The mass feels large, very porous, some. The oral cavity is cold and moist. You're on the right track. The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, fragile, even through the latex. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in. A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius. The edges appear darkened. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
What's this? Right, where does it go though?
Abrasion collar.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you, the basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake. Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. The undulations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet. The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen. Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly, ice-cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger. There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just... The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow with a plop. Your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower. A blossom made of lead.
A bullet.
The The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact. Of course, you deserve it. We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion color. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound? Opinion, fatal injury. And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Treatment, officer, is an attempt to manipulate the body after death, to hide the real cause. This injury here. Yes, and the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead. I have had my doubts for a while now, since I saw there were no signs of
completely
struggle on
agree.
his hands, and no claw marks on his neck. There have been other signs too, small things. We were right not to assign hanging as cause of death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck for them.
Hey, time to sit. 6:30 already. One second. How's my EXP? 20.
We didn't fall for it, he thinks. There's pride in there.
That's for us to find out. But to hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here? Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it...
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening. We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day. Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work.
The word lingers in the air of the basement. Detective.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks, and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
A friendly cartoon bear. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate, even under this stench.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day. The electricity bill must be catastrophic. On the other hand, it did help us with a certain corpse.
Lucky us, indeed. Refrigerated meat is much better for coroner's work.
I thought we decided to leave.
Damn it. This is turning into some sort of mega puzzle.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. I like it a lot, brother. This really is your comeback later.
That is quite XP though.
Amuse yourself with.
Maybe I have to talk to the girls on top. But we do have a lot of time things to do, like you wouldn't think to like later evening. What else should I do again? Oh, I need to find that dude was smoking a lot in the evening. What else? I should have been asked for more stuff though.
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of dye are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade. For now, she's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking. Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind? I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalactites. This person means you or no one else. Absolutely no harm. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window. It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home. Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk...
She's heard of the murder, but did not...
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid. I might have, but in this case, all I would have... It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral. Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to... She's thankful for the security they provide her.
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Happy for that. Feel kind of insecure without like Kim playing with us.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true. It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow? All right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex. And then there is me. have been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies.
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer?
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything?
That's all she has to say on the subject. Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific? It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime. Kuno. Who's Kuno? Oh, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid. It didn't. If any, eventually the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
Be careful all the time. 21, before 21. Or maybe 20, right? We have to send off the corpse. Maybe I can talk to her after latest.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else? Of course. Tell me what you have in mind. A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure? Alright, maybe some other die then. A normal die? I'm a novelty dice maker. I'd polyhedral dice. Dice that have more than 4 sides. Octahedral, come on now. Be a little creative. I think I have just the right one for you.
Police colors.
You're a police officer, right? Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
You overthink it. Your hands can't agree what to do, and the 2 dice drop to the floor and scatter in opposite directions, like pearls from a broken string. The blue one disappears down the pit in the center of the room.
Down the drain, like your career. I apologize, officer. That comment was unnecessary. That one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay. The other one was the inverse. They were a set, you see, but now the set is broken. It's a shame. They might have brought you luck. You definitely need luck in Martinez.
Is she pitying you? Good God.
Now, was there anything else?
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here. She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief. The tools Your flashlights, some of the writing has faded with the handwriting. The full text reads, Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, like a smooth draw. The speaker.
Good evening. Please repeat. Is this good? Please repeat the past.
I'm afraid we are not doing that.
Now, can you press
Don't worry.
fortress accident? Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still the filament slight. It's empty. The filament you have would fit. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's... Yes, yes.
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the...
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty, to hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie. You've come this far, you know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
A third order presence, yes.
A great dark relief.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in the presence of my daughter. I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels, may the Lord be with you.
Well, this has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
Yes. The venture continues.
Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses?
I think it's sending that way right now. Yeah, I sent him that way right now. I probably shouldn't go here. It's a long way. Yeah, this game is like rolling dice is like, oh, all those easy ones is like, I can catch like both of the dice. Maybe no, like one. Maybe I can catch a one of the dice, but I don't know. It's just Rolling dice is such a RNG thing. Sometimes I wish I have like better luck than this thing. But then it makes like things more fun, you know. I really hope I can like get both of the dice and get a free stuff and like yeah, like this. So cool.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
All right.
There go those beautiful enamel boots. You will never own the full set now. May they rest in processing. Oh well, in another lifetime.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Cool piece. No, I don't care. But I kind of want to like fire everything, right?
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
Ice cream makers. I don't know. I have no idea what is the ice cream makers. But this is the ice cream maker, is it? And the other one is the... This is the fridge. Oh. So it's just, I'm sure I should like just unplug both of them. If I'm not wrong. And... Let's talk to Cindy. Is it like this? Before I talk to the dice makers.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Yeah, by friends, you mean his squad mates from Cronell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us, and Glenn. Glenn?
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
No, I don't want to do this, so I mean do the first option, so I mean this too.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ester 50s, Zeelagers, Glenn. I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That was an unsure phrasing.
Yeah, like you've been. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole big fucking surprise. They hire psycho
That's
scum,
everything.
arm them to the teeth, and
I
let them
mean,
loose in the city.
I hope I'm getting EXP. That's why I'm doing this.
Is gonna happen. The fuck is that supposed to mean?
We're not bees. We're
Easy. Yeah. What are they?
Yeah,
What do
I
you
know it
mean?
doesn't matter.
Okay. No, they won't. Get out of here with your neck.
He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like that on what might be the eve.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah, why?
You're back.
It's not
Good.
GSD, it's a
What
choice.
can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of us for the revolution. It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, oh, and did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot, yes. Oh, lots of people. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad. About head shooting? Why, of course. We're talking No. I would say the apes were neutral. On the other hand, the liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything. Liberals are usually... Some were rich enough. They didn't win.
She's...
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights. The coalition of nations.
There is bitterness.
The moralists, at least not this.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope.
A devout man of the centre. The turn of the revolution. It wasn't a who, but a what. From Revachol, why?
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie? A pair of pants?
No doubt. But a city-state.
The clatter.
The zone of control. Modernity. 43 years. Hard to fathom, I know.
I just want to go through all this like story background. I had like summary or like important thing of like the summary of the background of the games. I'm okay, but if I go in a super detail in this, I cannot remember at all. That's why I'm like fast forwarding like this. Yeah, I guess we're gonna fast forward this.
The 20s or the 30s? No. Welcome to
Again.
reality, baby.
EXP too. Toss up, babe. Did I finish the quest? Cancers. I mean, do I really want the shoes at all? Not really though.
Good question. What would you...
No, her first.
So a quarter of humanity simply lost their minds. And how would you stop a prion? A complex folding protein, unlife, with the technology 50 years ago. Liquidate? That's what King Philip kept screaming from the Sol Aurum.
What's that?
Liquidate! Liquidate! In the end, they liquidated the Sol Aurum, melted the palace cube down to gold and platinum, and sold it for bullets. Strange time. They are what they are. Who knows? Anyway, enough sentimentality.
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer. She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra. An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the revolution. It's, not the moderate kind. Yes. I can see you thought we'd gone
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-sacrifice. Forgive her, but only because you like pearlescent teeth and those light green eyes.
A devil, who being of great charm and guile, sneaketh into the... I hope we're able to remain friends, despite my scaly bulk and my love of regicide and homosexuality. The loss of sovereignty was not our plan. When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed. With due respect to our oath, I would not have relinquished sovereignty. Then for my daughters, we had an obligation to defend...
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity will... Yes. I suppose I am. Yes. Whatever else I am. I'm also a mother.
XP.
And a wife. Now, shall we return to reality? Nothing more? Yes. That means permit. And if those authorities drink so hard they need help... It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde...
She conveys it in short, in case he goes down later, souring the entire portfolio.
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
She nods.
Yes, and perform autoerotic asphyxiation on yourself with your funny necktie, out in the open somewhere.
A bird? A sphenicid? Some sort of krill hunter? Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games. Ah, or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings. This one used mostly the splat, splat.
You could be wrong, but from here it appears as if she's running the brush across her throat in a soaring motion.
Wonderful. The girl in the old lady rags. Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of... Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture. Young people who dye their hair funny colors and wear old people's clothes are stupid, and their little rebellion is self... All right. What next? Glad to have been of assistance.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my... Oh, not only have you found my...
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all. Yes, I keep hoping a shaft does anyone. Shoot, Piggy. It's...
Hey, who is living here?
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with a poor communard. From the bust doesn't reply. The bust doesn't.
Not sure. Okay. I think I should continue this tomorrow. Yep, I continue this tomorrow. I hope everyone have a great weekend. That's it for today. Bye bye.